This has got to be the biggest misunderstanding in all of Dr. Stone. And guys, if you guys haven't seen this anime yet and don't want to be spoiled, then click away and go actually watch the anime. Because right now, I'm going to be focusing on this misunderstanding that was presented to us in episode 12 of Dr. Stone Science Future Part 3. And so, in conclusion, bro, it's just ridiculous. It really is. Honestly, to think that the AI machine alien thing mistook their petrification as something good, like something that humanity would want, and then later on, wait 1,000 years, and then humanity gets Thanos snapped because they're not reproducing. And then they are like, why don't they understand us? Why don't they? Why don't they just create diamonds for us, right? They know that's the power source. They gotta know it's the power source. Like, they really thought humanities were that smart. But here's the thing. That really belittles this alien Medusa thing, Wyman. So Wyman is the Medusa, which turns everyone into fucking stones. So they really misunderstood exactly what they wanted, which, like I said, makes the Medusa alien technology thing just feel incredibly ignorant and dumb and naive. And they're supposed to be like the pinnacle of technology. Really, you guys are the pinnacle. You mistook everything. It's just so hard for me to take in. And so, and Senku and the others are like, okay, you really overestimated us. Yes, you overestimated humanity. It's just ridiculous to me that a machine that's supposed to be like AI pretty much overestimated humans. Really, and these things too, like, couldn't they like research humanity or something? Like, bro, it's just very frustrating to watch. But of course, it's all about the journey. We made so many memories. The past how many years? It feels like a decade now since we've been watching Dr. Stone, or damn near, maybe close. And there might be like another season after this, but it seems to me like this whole Medusa saga is about to end. And from what I hear, the manga has ended as well. um Pacing to me wasn't that much of a big deal. There's just a lot of science stuff that if they actually tried to explain, our brains would fucking explode. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little bit for what everybody else thinks, because this, to me, this misunderstanding just seems, in my opinion, a little asinine. To think, yeah, okay, I already said my piece. Let's see what everybody else thinks. This is come Repel. So the mystery is solved. I can't say I feel that impressed, but it was an interesting twist to say the least. I wish they at least showed from where the Medusa came from. Yeah, well, they're aliens, or how the scientifically they can petrify beings like this. Maybe we'll know at the last episode. I don't know, bro. Look, to be fair, we don't even know how a fucking OLED screen works. Okay, so even if they did explain where the Medusa came from, or how it works, or how these stones people work, we wouldn't be able to fucking comprehend anything if you didn't realize that for the past, I don't know how many seasons we've had of Dr. Stone. This shit's complicated. So even if they did explain, we wouldn't fucking get it. Like, it's just sad to say, but it's okay. So their idea overall was not executed correctly. Also, even Senku pointed out they could have scanned where life prospered the most in our world, petrified less advanced civilizations, and then observed genius resolving all of it. Well, Zeno would have reached the moon eventually after conquering the world anyway, I guess. Anyways, what journey has been, blah, blah, blah. And also, I see this might not be liked or linked. What? Okay, we're done with him. Like, he just got confusing. So this is from Shadow Kills. The jig is up. Now that Senku and the squad have landed on the lunar surface, there's no time to wander around romanticizing about the future of humanity's spacefaring ambition. There's something urgent that could forsake the existence of humankind itself. The final confrontation for the all-encompassing entity that has driven the story forward from the very beginning. Why, man? Okay, so we're seeing the trio, the solid that drove the remnants of humanity into space. Bro, is this guy's rambling? Okay, so eternal life via petrification for humanity, eternal life via recharging the batteries for the Y-Man. However, Y-Man overestimated humanity's capability. Okay, so they're just explaining like shit. I just skipped that. Okay, so let's see. Shadow Kill says that's kind of sad too, actually. Wish they'd flesh things out a little more for a series like this when it comes to anime adaptations. But alas, controversial, but I'm kind of glad they did it this way. It's definitely wasted potential with the concept like Dr. Stone. It's like infinite content for infinite seasons. At some point, it can become boring. The pacing is accelerated at the perfect time for me after so many science-focused seasons. Yeah, pretty much. Like, we can't get it. We can't digest it. Just too much. And it can go on forever. You don't want this to be another 300. Have you guys seen that show 300? Yeah, that shit was... After, like, 4 seasons, it just gets fucking... Like, they're just regurgitating the same thing. Just fucking boring. The characters are, like, unimpressive anymore. The only thing where the author fucked up for me is that a ton of secondary characters got almost or no screen time in this finale season, and that's a shame. Yeah, there's just so many characters. It's the same thing in 300, bro. There's too many characters. Some take over, some die. It's like whatever. 4 years after the manga ended, we finally got the reveal of White Man's identity. I wasn't sold on the nano machine parasite thing at first, but I like it now. Realistically, alien life would probably look nothing like on Earth, so this fits. It shouldn't be humanoid because they'd have less in common with us than we do with bananas genetically. Alright, do you all want to die? Well, no, but that's how life works. It's not forever, which is why in every moment we share with these, love is special. Alright, just rambling again. Big reveal with questions answered regarding the nature of the purpose of the particular devices. Medusa equals Y-Man. Y-Man equals mechanical parasites. Machines. Why even call them parasites at this point? Well, I mean, they need humanity, but they chose humanity. So it's like, if you choose something to live off of, it's like, parasites? Sure. Oh my god. So, people seem to just be rambling. We're not really getting any answers here. It just seems like yeah, people are just impressed or not impressed, or the pacing was on or pacing was off. Let's see, maybe Mita Yoshi has some something they can add here. The fact that Senku, Kohaku, and Stanley had their own moon buggy to drive in was really cool, but it was a shame that the buggy crashed out when things escalated quickly and Y-Man made their move. With the visual feed down, the others could only listen on the trio. Got to see the truth about Y-Man, which was an absurd collection of Medusas. While the reveal wasn't that surprising, it was still very interesting to know more about them, as well as their belief that petrifying humanity was to save them. They also confirmed that being exposed to Earth oxygen makes them corrode and rust quickly, which explains the huge pile of them in South America being busted beyond use. One episode left before we say goodbye to Dr. Stone. Yup, okay, so that was from, yeah, I showed who it was from, right? Metayoshi. Let's see. I feel goosebumps with my pimples. Like, bruh. Alright, let's see. I still can't fully understand Medusa's reasoning to want to petrify Earth constantly, but refuse to clearly communicate their goals throughout the seasons. I'd rather they were just threatened by humanity and did it to save their kind. Yeah, no, that's true. It's like they're so fucking stupid. It's just dumb at this point. Imagine if Kohaku didn't verbally respond to fake Senku's voice and the gang got petrified. Would have been super awkward for the Medusa to explain that to one to command control. What the fuck? Yeah, no, it's true. It was just all like weird last minute shit. Let's see if I can find someone here. Who was it? The user. What was the user? They always have good takes. I want to see what they're saying. No, I don't think they're here. Too many anime to be watching anyways. Oh yeah, here he is. One Otaku Week. This dude just has good fucking takes. So I'm gonna read their entirety post, because I feel like they're gonna have some good feedback here. That is very important. That maybe may open doors for us to understand this further. Besides, well, I'm at 9 minutes in anyways. Like, the people who are down with me are down with me. People who left already left. All right, anyways. So this is his review of Dr. Stone from Otaku Week. Science Future Part 3, Episode 12. The revelations changed everything for me. Dr. Stone reaches the moon with one clear promise. The truth is finally waiting there. But this episode is not strong because it simply gives an answer. It is strong because the answer changes the way the whole story reads. The conflict stops being a simple confrontation between humanity and an enemy hiding on the moon. The truth behind Y-Man and Medusa's devices start to unfold. The episode becomes something colder, stranger, and much more important. This is the point where the episode truly shifts. The Medusas are no longer just tools. Wyman is no longer just a mystery voice. The petrification is no longer only a disaster to solve. Everything starts to connect under a different logic. That is why the writing works so well. So yeah, once again, this is from the Otaku Week. I'm gonna skip down a little bit more. If you guys want to read his full commentary, go on Myanimelist in the discussion. Okay, so I did not just leave the episode thinking about the answer. I left it thinking about what the answer changed. The revelation changed everything for me. Dr. Stone did not just answer the mystery. It made the whole story look different. No, 100%. But yeah, it's just more of the same from everybody else. In my opinion, here we go. Maybe I have more in common with Ultra MB this time. Well, that was underwhelming. Giving eternal life for intelligent beings and hope for machines at maintenance. But eternal life in question is petrification of the being. The petrified ones can't even move or see shit to change batteries or even think about the machine's motive. That deep petrification time miscalculation feels like a lame ass writing as well. Pretty much, man, because they were like, yeah, I think I remember part of it. They're like, yeah, the ones who had the most activation through the brainwaves were depetrified first and started to create children, and then they communicated with them, and then they petrified some of the villagers. And then they thought petrifying them again would show them how great being immortal actually was. Yeah, it was the stupidest shit ever, honestly. Oh my god. I don't know. This was just the biggest misunderstanding ever and the most underwhelming thing I've ever fucking seen in my life, bro. Like, I don't know. It just seems so fucking forced. Extremely forced. Overall though, the anime, there's one more episode. It's been entertaining thus far. Let's see what else they got cooking for us.